Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and this one's about Wicked and Wise. Wicked and Wise was designed by Fertessa Allyse with illustrations from Beth Sobel. In the world of Wicked and Wise, dragons get together to play cards versus each other, and while the dragons are probably really old and know a whole lot, they could also use a little bit of help. That's where the mice come in. The dragons and mice are paired together, while the dragons are technically playing the tricks. As this is a team-based trick-taking game, the mice are able to tweak things and earn some coins along the way to increase the odds of the dragon they're paired with winning. Wicked and Wise is from 2 to 6 players, and the game kind of gets structured differently based on how you're doing it. If you're playing with 2 players, each player will be playing as the dragon and a mouse. If you are playing 3 players, one player might be playing both roles, and if you're playing in even teams, then one player is a dragon and their teammate will be a mouse. Like that for ages 8 and up. And the estimate is about 45 to 75 minutes. And I'm not sure why I didn't mention this before, but Wicked and Wise is being published by Weird Giraffe Games. I'm going to go ahead and set up a 4-player game, and then I'll walk you through what some of the components are and all that good stuff. This is what a 4-player setup might look like. In a 4-player setup, you're going to have a team. In a 4-player setup, you're going to have a dragon and mouse team versus another dragon and mouse team. And these cards are nice reference as well. I guess if players want to just mix it up, or people just say, hey, I want to be a dragon, you'd mix up these two, and whoever ends up with the team 1 dragon card, I believe, would be the team that goes first. The point of the game is to get the most coins. Wicked and Wise takes place over 3 rounds with 5 tricks per round. It also has this very nice 3D printed dragon. Also, let me say this is a prototype, so some of the things that you're seeing will be different in the final version of the game, but the rules and basic flow of the game will remain the same. Let me show you what these. So the other components, we have coins, 1s, 2s, 5s, 10s. You also have treasure cards. When a team wins a trick, they get the option of a treasure card or 2 coins. Well, a 2-piece or 2 1s, however you wish to do it. You also have gem cards. Gem cards are the most powerful suit. There are 5 suits in total. Each suit, the highest number in each one is 15. The lowest is a 1. So you have gem cards, which are completely separate from the rest of the basic deck, which consists of a magic card. That's 1 suit. You have a flame. You have the star, and you have the blue rose. I guess it's a rose. I don't know. This is called, it's a rose. It'll be a blue rose. Each one of these suits also goes from 1 to 15, just like the gems. If a gem is played during a trick and no other gem is played by the dragon, that whoever team played it just wins. The only way a gem card can be defeated is by another gem of a higher number. So if you play a gem card with 15, pretty sure that kind of locks you in to win that trick. I think there might be an exception. There are some cards that will enable maybe lower numbers to win, that kind of thing, but what have you. Like I said before, oh wow, I got to shuffle these up a lot better, don't I? The dragons are concerned with the suit and the number, while the mice are more concerned about what's at the bottom of each card. The mice are able to use the ability. So how the flow of the game works is the dragons will both play a card for the trick. Then the mice will play 1 card each in the same order the dragons play their cards. So dragon 1 goes, then dragon 2, then mouse 1 goes, then mouse 2, and then the dragons will put out a 2nd card for that trick. So the mice are not concerned with the number, really. They're just, like I said, they're concerned about the actual text on here. Like this one says, swap 1 card with or draw 1 gem card or draw 2 basic cards. You can see what the card actually says, but they're going to be referred to as gems and not that other word. So like I mentioned before, if a team wins a trick, the dragon would pick 2 treasure cards. If they chose treasure, if they chose the coins, they just take the coins and give them to the mouse. But if they chose treasure, they choose 2. The dragon would pick one of them and then discard the other treasure. That's something the dragon can do. What the mice can do, what also happens is the mouse is going to choose a goal. The dragon's going to draw 4 goals, choose 2 of them, pass them to the mice. The dragon's going to draw 4 gold cards and choose 2. They'll just put the other 2 back in this pile. Both these piles have the same actual cards in them. And there's also one. So if you're playing 6 people, each team would have their own set. So like I said, the dragon chooses 4. Like I said, the dragon would deal out 4, choose 2 to pass over to their respective mice. And the mice actually choose the goal for that round. In round 1, the mice can only choose up to 1 goal. In round 2, the mice can choose up to 2. And in round 3, the mice can choose up to 3 goals. Give you some examples of what the goals are. Like this one here. This says collect more blue rose cards than an opponent. And if you look at the iconography here, this means teams. So if you had 2 teams, 4 players, I guess, you would get 12 coins should you complete this goal at the end of a whole round. I mean, at the end of 5 tricks, should you complete that goal, you would get that number of coins. This is really your largest source of coins trying to win the game, is completing those goals. And then if you had 3 teams, it would be 8. The thing is, when you choose a goal, and you have to choose at least one, if you don't achieve your goal, you lose half the points that you would have gained had you achieved it. So here you would lose 6 coins if you didn't achieve your goal. So it can get pretty interesting. Like this one says, win exactly 2 tricks. These are interesting. Collect 0, 1, or more than 8 of the magic cards. Very interesting. And some of these are going to have a 3-team logo on them. I'll remove those. So these cards are specifically for a game with 3 players, whereas the other ones you can use with 2 or 2 and 3. Like I said, these decks are the same. If you don't want to choose the regular goals, you can choose the beginner goals, where you just shuffle these up and then deal each team 1 of them. And you can tell that they're the beginner ones because they have a little egg. So these are win less than 2 tricks, win less than 3 tricks, win 3 or more tricks, or win 2 or more tricks. So those are the beginner ones. I'm probably going to start off with, just for the demo purposes, I'm just going to use the regular ones. And these are the same. So I'm going to actually deal out the dragon hands, which are 10 cards, and the mice hands are 7 cards. And we're going to get started. I'll move these out of the way. I'll put the dragon here and then switch between who's going when. Team 1 dragon, team 1 mouse. Team 2 mouse, team 2 dragon. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, ordinarily you never see all of these cards, with the exception of some of the different player count variants. The dragon would not normally see what the mouse has, so you get it. So these would be in people's hands, but just for demoing purposes, I have it all laid out. The dragon would take the gold cards, deal out 4 of them. I'll just put these over here. Dragon would look at 2 of them. So the dragon would look at all 4 and choose 2. Oh, wow. Let's see. No, of course I can make different decisions because I can see everything, but normally you wouldn't see everything. So let's say Dragon 1 picked this goal. Well, these two goals. All right, I'm gonna put these over here, and let's say Dragon 2 deals out four gold cards, and I'm only looking at what the dragon has. So they pick this one, and collectively is one of each card. That's going to be tough to do without, well, have less coins at the end of round. Okay, so they pick those two. They would give these two to the mice, and the mice would pick whichever one they wanted. So mouse 2 is going to pick that one, and mouse 1 is going to pick that one. So these are the goals for this round. They've chosen. Yeah. All right, goals chosen. So Dragon is going to go first. I'm trying not to look at what the other cards are. I'm just trying to focus on the dragon's only focused on the number here. So Dragon's going to play put it over there. Dragon's going to play this 14. And this is the starting suit, which means if the other dragon has this suit, they're going to have to play it. And the mice also have to adhere to the lead suit. So if you have the star, you have to play a star. Very important. If you don't have the suit that leads, you can play anything. No real penalty for, there's no reneging. So, you know, the ridicule that comes with spades is not in this game, which might be, you know, good for some folk depending on how they play spades. But that might be a good thing, but depends on who you're talking to. So Dragon 2, looking at their cards, realizes they're not going to beat a 14. So what's the point in even bothering to do that? So they're going to put out a 4. Now it's going to be Mouse 1's turn. Mouse 1 can see what's been played. They're going to look at their hand right here. And they are going to play, well, I guess they don't have a choice, do they? Play this one. So they're more focused on what's going on here. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. Beginning of the first round, you're supposed to add 3 gem cards to the rest of the basic deck. Oops, forgot about that. So you can't start the game off in the first round, the first trick, with any gem cards. So everything else is fair game though. So there's 3 gem cards in there. So almost forgot about that. So Mouse 1 can only pick this because this is the same as the lead suit. So Mouse number 1 can only pick this card because this is the only one that matches the leading suit. And then I focus on the 9 star at all, the fact that it is a star, and then the ability that it has, which is discard up to 3 cards, draw that number of basic cards. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to the side to show that that's the mouse card being played. So I'm going to discard up to 3 cards. Take a look at what my power is. I'm focused on these. My power. My goal is this. So I probably want to get rid of things that are not that. So I'm going to discard those and then draw. Really? Oh, life. One more. Okay. So that is Mouse 1's turn. Now over to Mouse 2. Mouse 2 has 2 star cards, so they have a choice. So one says draw 1 gem or 2 basic cards, swap with the dragon. This one is gain 1 coin now or gain 3 coins later if your round goal is lost. So I want to have more of these. Now, because I can see what the other team has. I know that this goal is very much within reach. What do I want to do? You know, I'm gonna take the 7 that is irrelevant to the mouse. The mouse only cares about the power. I'm gonna draw one. I'm gonna draw one gem card and then swap with the dragon. So I'm gonna cock that to the side. So the mouse is gonna draw that, and where are they gonna put it? So that's this dragon. It's gonna get that. Okay, and sorry, dragon 2 is gonna get that, and then the mouse is going to get. They'll take. You know what? There we go. Boom. This one. It's only a 2. It's nothing to do with our goal, and you can gain 2 coins with it. So the dragon swaps the mouse. The mouse gives the dragon that, and then they swap it out. All right, back to dragon 1. They're already winning this trick, so you know, they're winning it so far. They don't have to really do a whole lot, so they're just gonna take this 1 and play it. So they play a 1 on it. All right, and then dragon 2 is going to just play this 8 because they know they're not really going to win this trick. All right, so that's it. So team 1 wins. The highest card played for team 1 is 14. Highest card played for team 2 is 8. Obviously, team 1 is going to take the victory on that one. So the team would take all the cards that were played, and I don't know if the rules say this, but I'm gonna treat it like a book in spades. There we go. Just like a book. You know, I mean, I'm gonna treat it like spades. You know, his father called him clay. I'm gonna call him clay. You know, so team 1 is going to choose 2 coins, and the mouse is just gonna hang on to those coins. And team 2 is going to get a treasure. So whatever the trick winning team doesn't take, the other team gets. So choice of 2 treasures, and the dragon is going to pick 1. So this one says gain 3 coins if you win the trick when fire or star are the lead. And this one says gain 1 coin now, gain 1 coin anytime a card, treasure, or reward gives you coins. This trick. Okay. This is going to get discarded, the one we're not going to use. I think I'm just going to... can I win that? You know, I'll use this one. Okay, and this will just get discarded. And I believe the first player will go to, I think between rounds, I think whoever has the fewest coins starts the round. But I believe just in terms of tricks, it's going to alternate. So then team 2 is going to go first. And you can have up to 3 treasures. You can activate, I think, as many as you, well, up to 3 at a time. But you can only play a treasure card before your first card comes out. It's very important. So I'm just going to sort of turn this to the side, which is sort of tapping it, meaning I'm activating that treasure. The dragon is going to activate that treasure. And why not start off with this 12 as a way of attempting to, I'll just put that here. Start off with this 12 as a way to begin this trick. So that's Dragon 2's turn, and Dragon 1 is looking at what they have and not really seeing a whole lot. And they are going to consolidate these down a little bit there. So they're just going to play this 2. Because why not? All right. Up to mouse 2. It's going to have to play this 10. And it says gain 1 coin now or gain 3 later if your round goal is lost. My round goal is still trying to collect more magic cards than my opponent. I think we can probably still pull that off. So I'm just going to gain 1 coin now. I really think we could pull that off, honestly. So, and then mouse 1 is going to do what? Okay, this one says look at the top 3 gem cards or basic cards and rearrange them. This one is gain 2 coins now or gain 4 coins later if your round goal is 1. Now see, the mouse would not know the dragon has 2 of these. They also would not know that the other dragon only has 1. So they'd have to make a decision here. They might just say, you know what, I want the coins now. So they play that. Oops. And they just take the coins right now. Now, what's kind of cool is had this team had this goal, had this team 1 had this treasure out, they would have gained a coin right when they activated it, and they would have gained a coin because they played a card that gives coins or treasures. So, well, for the whole trick, I guess it would have done, but they didn't have that. So they're just going to take 2 coins. I want to come back over to team 2. So this was the lead suit. Case in point, they don't have any more stars, so they can't lead. They can't continue on what they led with, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. So they're gonna play that, which also plays into them trying to accomplish their goal. So, and then dragon number 1 still has a star, so they're gonna play that for a 3. Obviously, a 12 star beats a 3 star, so team 2 is going to win that one. And based on team 2's treasure, which was gain 3 coins if you win the trick when you lead with star or fire. Yay. So they're going to gain, that was 3, right? Make sure that was 3. Yeah, gain 3 coins. So, boom. Nice. So they're going to gain that. All right. And now we are on to trick number 3 in round 1. Remember, each round has 5 tricks. It's trick number 3. So we're going to come back down here to team 1. And team 1 is going to... They really need to get some of these. But it's going to be tough. Okay. Well, see, the mouse, team 1, mouse and team 1 knows what the goal is, knows that they really need to swap something with, they really need to swap cards with their dragon. So, so dragon's just going to hope that the mouse is paying attention and put out that 4. Okay. And then dragon number 2 is going to put out this 7. So obviously a 7 is not really beating a 4. Not today. And I'm going to come back down to mouse 1. So mouse 1 sees what's going on here, and they're going to have to do something to help their team. So mouse 1 is going to play this card, which says draw 1 gem or 2 basic cards, swap 1 card with the dragon. So they're going to draw a gem and then put it into their hand, and they're going to swap a card. So what they're going to do is they're going to swap this 12. They're going to give the dragon this 12. The dragon won't know. I mean, they're just swapping. So the dragon takes this 12, and then the dragon kicks over this 3 back to the mouse. Okay, so coming over here, the mouse 2 does not know that Dragon 2 doesn't have any more of these. What's interesting is I already know. I mean, given this thing, maybe mouse 2 doesn't think this is necessary because they're currently winning it. But the thing is, they can see that mouse 1 swapped a card, so maybe they're just sleeping and they're not paying attention. I'm trying to get both teams to get their goals. They're just not paying attention or something, and they don't play to swap in this 13 to maybe try to ensure that, or increase the odds of their team winning this trick. So they see what's going on here. Well, I guess they have. Okay, well, 13 doesn't really matter. So they're gonna have to play this one. It's the only blue rose they have. So this one is for the dragon or the mouse. They may draw 1 gem card or 2 basic cards. So the dragon. So maybe. Let me actually just push these up here so I get less confused. All right, so they're doing this. So they're gonna have the dragon draw 2 basic cards. So the dragon's gonna do that. Hey, look at that. That helps. And yeah. So now back to team 1. The dragon's gonna play its second card. So now the dragon is going to play their newly acquired 12. And dragon number 2 is going to play the only card that they're able to, which is this 5. So team 1 wins and collects all of these. Okay. All right, so this is now trick number 4. And we're going to start off with realizing that they really want to meet this goal. The dragon's going to start off with the 15 in magic. I love the art in this game, by the way. Beth Sobel really does a great job. So dragon number 1 is forced to play that because that's the only card they have matching that. That could be dangerous though, because they don't know. Well, this team doesn't know that because they had gems and they could play anything. But even if they played a 15 in anything but a gem, it's not going to beat the lead suit, even if the number's higher. So now mouse number 2 is going to play, and okay, they're just going to play this one. They're not gonna swap. They're just gonna gain 2 coins. And mouse. And this mouse doesn't have any of the magic ones, but maybe they're like, forget it. They're like, they just want some more coins. So say they just, I don't know if you really do this, but they play this card, but this is gain 4 coins now. So. Oh no, they don't have a fun. Okay, so they're just gonna play that and gain 4 coins. Now the dragons are gonna go again. So this dragon's gonna play a 10, and this dragon's just gonna play a 3 of this. No, actually they're not. You know why they're not gonna do that? Because they already can see that this team is gonna win, and their goal is to collect more of these. So if they put this in this trick, they can't collect it. So they're just going to play this 4. So obviously team 2 wins. And did I forget to get treasures and stuff last time? I think I did. I think I just completely omitted treasures. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry about that. All right. So correcting. Who won this? Sorry. All right, so they're pretty confident they accomplished their goal by collecting more of the Magic Dreamcast Rolly cards. than their opponent. So they're going to do treasures. I think I just completely omitted treasures like for a couple of turns, which is weird. A couple of tricks. All right, this one says the team's mouse can ignore the lead suit and gain a coin. Interesting. This one says gain 3 coins if you play a gem to win this trick. So the dragon would figure out which one of these they want. Let's say they did this one and discard that, which means that team 1 would just take 2 coins. All right. So this is the final trick of this round. And wow, not a lot of cards here. How did that happen again? Oh, I think I had a card where they gained some cards. They don't have a whole lot going on here. So I'm gonna play this 8. Oof, rough. I mean, this will be like taking candy from a bit. This is gonna be simple. I mean, they could, and then of course, Dragon 2 is gonna play their 15, and I'm gonna come down here, and obviously Mouse 1 can see that things aren't really going all that great. So, what ability do they want? Look at the top 3 now. That's not gonna help. So the mouse can swap 1 card with the dragon or draw 1 gem card or 2 basic cards. You may draw 3 basic cards and discard any 2. Okay. So the mouse is going to try to give the dragon a chance. So they're going to play this one. You may draw 3 basic cards and discard any. Well, no, basic won't really work. I need to try to get a gem card. No, that's not. This isn't going to help. This isn't going to help. None of these are really going to help. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to play this one. So you may draw 3 basic cards and discard any 2. I'm going to have the dragon do that. So the dragon's going to draw some basic cards. They ain't winning this one. They're only going to help their opponent because if other opponent wins a trick, they're going to get that. And then, yeah, this will help them, but they're not really in any position to win. So I'm going to put that down and then just take those. Oh, sorry, I'm only keeping 1, discarding 2, discard any 2 cards. So, okay. Back up here, mouse number 2 can see that their team is in a pretty good position. So they're just going to play this 1 and it's swap 1 card with the dragon or gain 2 coins. They're just going to take 2 coins. And then back over here, Dragon 1 doesn't have any more of the lead suit, but they want to put this into the trick and potentially tip the scales, for their opponent to get more, even though they're pretty confident they have enough. Let's say they just play this 9 and dragon number 2 could just be really mean. And I mean, no matter what they play, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be what it's going to be. So that's that. So team 2 wins this hand quite easily. I never used this treasure, so there's nothing to really do with it. And they won. Just gonna take 2 coins, and team 2 is going to choose between a treasure. Gain 1 coin for every card played above 7. Yeah, they're going to take this one and discard that. All right, so that's the end. That's all 5 tricks done. And at this point, you would assess whether or not your team accomplished its goal. I think they both did. So this team is concerned about, these are all stars. collecting more blue roses than their opponent. So team 1 got 6 of them. This team is concerned with collecting more purple magic. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so clearly both teams accomplished their goals. Team 1 had 6 blue roses. They needed to have more than their opponent. Clearly they do. They needed more purple magic. They have more than their opponent. So both teams would both get 12 coins each. Okay. Oop. So the mice would have more coinage. And I believe whichever team has the fewest number of coins would begin the next round. And barring probably some mistakes I made along the way, that is essentially how Wicked and Wise plays. Like I said, I know it's difficult to really get a grasp sometimes because everything was visible, but I thought that was maybe the best way to sort of showcase what each player might be doing. Now, granted, some of my decisions were based on things that I could see that I normally would not see, but you know, the game is the dragons looking at the numbers, trying to play the highest number. The dragons are just going just pure number. This number is bigger, or I'm starting off with a high number. Let's go. Whereas the mice are really trying to say, well, hey, if I don't think we're going to win this trick, let's at least get some coins and some better cards out of it. And that's going to dictate a lot which cards they play and activate the abilities on. So that's really how Wicked and Wise plays. It's a really slick game. It's really fun. And I like that, you know, and because it is asynchronous, and because the asynchronicity, is that a word? The asynchronicity it adds something. You know, I feel like Wicked and Wise is like the freshest breath of air that I've seen in a trick-taking game in quite some time. I've never seen anything quite like this before. It's something special. I really dig it. And people who are familiar with something like a spades, you could bring this to the table, you know, show them how to play, maybe start off with maybe the beginner goals and stuff like that. Essentially it's the betting. Like well, that's not the beginner goal, but these beginner goals with the egg on it. But I feel like this offers something for people who are enthusiasts and folks, maybe people who just aren't really enthusiasts, but they don't play spades or they just know trick-taking games, period. They could definitely get in this. In fact, that it plays up to 6 is really dope. You know, the team dynamic where you can't say, you know, to the mouse, hey, I'm playing this next or I have this. The mouse just has to sort of have some intuition and just try to figure out what the dragon is communicating. Like, you know, is dragon saying, hey, we probably not going to get this one? Or did the cards just say, hey, we're not getting this one at all? Then the mouse can maybe compensate by getting better cards for a subsequent turn, or, you know, or just getting some coins right off the bat. You know, and I like that the mice really determine what the goal is from the subset that the dragon provides, but the dragons get the treasures and, you know, activate the treasures when they see fit. Because the treasures are face up, you know, facial expressions are a thing. I feel like a mouse might be like, no, don't do that. Don't do that one. But you know, it's reading the people and then reading what's out there, reading the field to figure out what's the best thing to do. So that's Wicked and Wise. It's up on Kickstarter. The link is in the description. Like I said, if you like trick-taking games or think you might, you should definitely support and back this game. Fertessa has really been on a roll, I have to say. She's on a whole nother level of what she, you know, and this is so much different than other things that she's put out. So it's, you know, I gotta say, she really has a knack for designing a very interesting experience, and something that it's not like anything else you've really played, even though some of the elements might be familiar. The way it comes together is just very unique, and it's quite good. I really like it. So, just another thing, in going into the next round, the mouse is able to give the dragon up to 4 cards for the next round. So let's say the mouse just had some really high cards hanging off this 15. This is, maybe, these cards are ones that the mouse might really want to give to the dragon, because starting off with a 15 is pretty cool. So this mouse, maybe not so much, but some of these might be better off staying with the mouse because they can draw gem cards and then bring them into the game. And because gem cards did come out from this deck, all the cards we play will get reshuffled into the basic deck. So you're going to always have more gems, sort of leaking into the deck, which create different opportunities to win. Or if you're like me, have your children beat the snot out of you. But it is what it is. So anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. Take care. I said the link is in the description. You should back this game. Stay safe. Wear a mask. If you're not vaccinated, please, if you can, get vaccinated. And be blessed.